everyone, and welcome to Percents Part 2, because we're not done just yet with percents. This will be the last video, however. Today in this video, you will learn how to find the whole of a part, and I will specify what that means later. Also, how to convert fractions to decimals, decimals to percents, and percents to fractions. Basically the circle of fractions, decimals, and percents. I hope you enjoyed this video, and make sure to watch my other ones to learn something or just review something. We have the problem. 50% of me is 16. What number am I? This is what I mean when I say whole of a part. We are trying to find the whole number, which has a part of 16. 50% of which number is 16? We could do this two ways. One way, the simpler way, in my opinion, but only comes in special opportunities, is we notice that 50% is half of 100. So 50% times 2 equals 100%. So, if we just replace 50% with 16, multiply it by 2, because 50 times 2 is 100, then we would get 32, which is equal to the 100%. So 50% of 32 is 16. So our new problem is, instead of 50% of something is 16, 14% of something is 16. Now, because it's 14, we can't just do 14 times x equals 100. Because 14 doesn't go evenly into 100. Therefore, this will not work. So, we have to resort to the long way and take division. Because if we want to find 14% of 16, we would do 16 times 0.14, which would represent 14%. But we are doing the reverse. Since 16 is not the whole anymore, it is the part. So we would have to do the reverse of multiplication, division. So, taking our division equation, 16 divided by 0.14, we would do simple long division. So move the decimal place over. Fourteen goes into 16 once, minus 14 is 20. 14 goes into 20 once, minus 20, not 20, minus 14 is 6, drop 0, 60. 14 goes into 64 times, minus 56 is 4. Just keep doing the multiplication. And it is 114.214 going on forever. Check, see if I'm wrong, see if I'm right. But if you don't believe me, then I will check myself. Alright, so I checked my answer, and 14% of 114.214 is around 15.989. Meaning that if the 0.214s go on forever, there will be enough 9s that this 15.9 is close enough to 16 that it will technically count as 16. Since the 2.4 is non-terminating. Meaning that we got this equation correct. I'm going to start a system where if we get a problem right, we will use the squirt bottle to squirt one victory squirt in the air, or one victory flow of water. So, because we just got that problem right, welcome to Good to Know. Something that's really good to know is the circle of parts of a whole. We have a fraction, a decimal, a percent, and then back to a fraction. We're going to talk about the methods of how to find the fraction to the decimal to the percent and navigate your way through the circle and back. Now we have the circle of parts of a whole in our corner. We can practice the methods. First, we're going to practice how to turn a fraction into a decimal. The answer? Pretty simple. Divide the numerator by the denominator. So, x over y would be x divided by y. If you want an example with real numbers, we'll take 1 over 3 is 1 divided by 3, which equals 0.333 going on forever. So now we know how to turn a fraction into a decimal. Now we're going to learn how to turn a decimal into a percentage. We will start with our decimal .xy. This process is very simple. We're just going to move the decimal 2 places to the right so it becomes a whole number and then slap a percentage on it. For example, take 0.57. We're going to move the decimal places 2 times to the right, or the equivalent of multiplying by 100 to get 57%. But why do we multiply by 100? We multiply by 100 because a percentage is out of 100. Just like a decimal is out of 1. So, that's why we would multiply by 100 to find their percentage. If we want to turn a percentage back into a fraction, we would divide it by 100 or put it over 100. So xy percentage over 100, boom, you have a fraction. But what if it's something like, let's say, xy is 20. So 20% over 100, we wouldn't leave it as 20 over 100. We have to simplify. 20 over 100 simplifies to 1/5. So 20% is equal to 1/5. Well, this is the completed circle of parts of a whole. Let's try doing problems with parts of a whole. Our problem is to turn 420 5/100ths into a decimal, percent, and then a simplified fraction. Basically, spin it around the wheel of parts of wholes. So, if we want to start our journey to spinning this around the wheel, we will take 420 over 500 and divide it to turn it into a decimal. However, when I'm looking at this fraction, I see I can just take these 2 zeros off, and it will be the exact same fraction as before. Now, we just have to do 50 divided by 42, 42 divided by 50. Numerator divided by denominator, always remember. 50 goes into 42 0 times. So we have to place a decimal, put a 0. 50 goes into 420 around 8 times. And 50 times 8 is 400. 420 minus 400 is 200. And 50 goes into 200 exactly 4 times. So 42 50ths is 0.84 as a decimal. Now, we have to turn 0.84 into a percentage. This is very simple. We just take 0.84, move the decimal 2 places to the right, and we get 84%. We have to turn 84% back into a simplified fraction. So we turn that into 84/100ths, which we can simplify. Both are divisible by 4, so divided by 4 on the top and divided by 4 on the bottom. That gets us 21/25, which cannot be simplified any further. So I'm checking our answers now, and 420 divided by 500 is 0.84. Now, not as a fraction. Well, I just skipped the percent by accident, so 0.84 is a fraction, and it says it right here as well. It's 21/25ths and 84%. I don't think you can see it that well, but it says it right here. That saying, 3 scripts for 3 correct answers. Anyway, I hope I see you next time on our next video. Tricks and tips for powers of 2. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day, night, or whenever you are watching this. I hope you had fun, and I hope you learned or reviewed something. See you next time.